السلام عليكم، حياكم الله، هلا ومرحبا بكم جميعا في حلقه جديده من لعبتنا الجميله. بنكمل باذن الله المكان اللي وقفنا فيه، لكن قبل لا نبدا لا تنسون من زر اللايك والاشتراك في القناه، ونقول بسم الله وليتس جو. عينكم على العاصمه كوتنبرغ. يا ويلي ويلا، بتشوفون العجب الحين يوم ندخل داخل. شوفوا يا الله ايش مقبرها، والله يا انها كبيره. خلونا نستكشفها مع بعض. دائما القلاع تفوز والله، واذا كانت كبيره يا ربي. عينكم على المباني. يا سلام سلم، والله يا انها كبيره. طبعا ما اقدر اركب في العاصمه ولا في القرى المزدحمه. عينكم على النافوره. الحين عم نروح نكلم كاثرين وناخذ العلم منها. جاء وقت التكمله. والله يا انها فيها نار. وصلنا لها، خلونا نشوف شو عندها الحين.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, desires of young men, simply everything. The tavern seems to be...
But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby ale.
حلو، بنروح نحن بنشوف.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretch. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it...
Okay.
I see the owner has got a sense.
Unfortunately, I don't think it. You'll find it in Hotprink. There's no other alehouse.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this.
نقول له بعدين.
That's a long story.
Fine. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that.
You're not the only one.
اوه باد فيلينج. خلونا نسير نشوف. هذا هني مكانه. اوكي، العثور على جلد الماعز. هذا شخص طبعا. وصلنا الحانة المنشودة. خلونا نكلم هذا اول شيء.
I'm looking for a fella called...
What's that got to do with me? If you want to...
Could you tell me more about this?
In case you haven't caught on yet, he's not likely to tell you much. He's got this place under his thumb.
And where can I find this check?
Christ! You're a bit slow, ain't you? He's kind of our top dog.
Right.
اوكي، خلنا ندخل داخل.
Innkeeper, a beer!
A regular for life. And beyond. The service might be a bit slow here.
I'm looking for a fella called Goat...
Aye. But I reckon,
Why not?
because although the way you're kitted out,
I simply have to find him. And I couldn't care less
انتبه
whether I do it the
للصعب.
easy way or the hard way.
طريقة
So don't
القوة.
fuck with me, or I'll have you. Along with the whole of this lousy pigsty.
you know what? If you think you're tough, go and see Goliath in the barn in the
والله
yard.
فشلت.
He's always on the look, and if you get through that alive,
اوكي، خلونا نسير نشوف عشان ارجع يعلمني مكان هذا وين. دار الشخص الغلط هذا هو.
Chen,
If it's watching, first take that kid, take off all your armor. Best strip off on top, or at least your shirt.
well,
You again? Come on.
كمان.
I'm winded. A bandage! Quick! I hope that's enough.
اوكي، خلونا نسير نكلم هذا الحين.
you surprise me. Not many fellas can stand up to...
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique.
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole.
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come.
Aye. Thing is...
اوه
ain't
بضعة
nobody seen
ايام
him here.
But
كثيرة.
he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up
Do you know the men?
No. But there were some Jews among, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get...
Why did they give him such a beating?
Well, Goatskin is a right knobhead. Always asking for it, he is. I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed...
And does...
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his... We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he's stuck his nose in a... If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. He goes after
نروح ندور عليه
drugs.
في الليل.
So I try asking in the...
All right. What does he look like, though?
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of
اوكي بس هذا
I wish
كافي.
you luck then. He ain't the brightest. Once you're done with him, come by and see us.
I'll stop by later.
Grand. Take care, friend.
لو ممتاز. خلونا ننتظر الليل شوي نتحرك عقب. نسأل هذه العمال.
I'm looking...
Goatskin. I've heard of... We ain't no saints. And he ain't interested.
Any idea what place...
Hard to say. And the word is he's got some wench in the bathhouse in the Heradic.
اخرج من الفخ.
Do you know anything about his girl? Like, her name?
Nah, I just heard about her. It's Raj as fuck. Goatskin. Mind the lasses round here are the canniest.
That's all I need to know.
Sir.
Why you just standing there? Come over here. I won't take no for an answer.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm in a hurry just now. Maybe another time.
ايوه وصلنا.
Looking at you. But you shouldn't overdo it. Good day, sir.
Do you get a lot of German...
We used to. From all over the place. But unfortunately.
How come?
I don't know. But it's a pity. They'll come back there. There's one German here right now. Udo, he's called. But that's all.
He just drinks here.
Drinks and plays dice.
Thanks.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Servus.
اتوقع هذا هو الالماني.
Greetings.
What?
I'm Heinrich.
I'm Udo from Taubisch.
اقرا طيطو.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Ebenfalls.
Where is it you're from?
Gott im Himmel.
Right.
Lang.
Exact. What are you...
Earning Geld. Everyone...
Hulls?
Hulls.
You bring...
Yeah. But...
I didn't expect to meet a German who...
There.
Do you know...
Ein gutes Kind?
No.
Ja.
ما بطلع منه بشيء.
I think it's about time you headed... We're about to close the place.
So.
Don't worry.
Ja. Tschüss, mein Freund.
بس اني بتباع الحين وبصيد اللي ادور عليه. تعبني هذا والله. لازم نتم وراه لين نصيد جلد الماعز. في واحد طلع قدامه خلونا نكلمه.
What's going on here?
He wanted to rob.
I can see that. I think you should go, Herr Udo.
Ja. Danke.
This is some mix-up. I wasn't going to rob him, on it.
If I'm not mistaken, you're Goatskin.
Yeah, that's me.
بس كذاب.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't.
I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more.
زين.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. I know somewhere you can hole up. Help me, and I'll pay you back.
Well, I'd like to know what place you have in mind, innit?
Do you know the Devil's Den?
Aye, but it's a shithole. I ain't too fond of me neither. And the feeling's
Aye, but you're thinking of the band that used to be there. Now it's my comrades who have it under their thumb. Just tell them Henry sent you, and they'll let you stay a while. If you help me, that is.
That don't sound too bad. Folks are getting fed up with me here.
ما طلع صدق هو. قلت يمكن مو هو لأنه بدأ يتلعثم يوم كلمناه بداية.
All right. What do you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman.
I was doing nothing but, you know, like, spying for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it, and people, like, bring... On evenings, he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish... But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our...
Okay, hello.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name.
I'll be going then. And you should disappear.
ممتاز خلصنا منه وتعلمنا كذا شيء. أروح أكلم سامويل. في الليل ما أدري بنلقاه ولا. وينه تعبنا. الله لا يوفقك.
I'll be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy?
Goy?
You do not know.
Sorry. I'm looking for...
What do you...
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you...
I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot.
حلو ممتاز ما يبي يتكلم نعطيه شوية.
Because I know a lot as well. Me and Samuel can exchange...
Why do you think you can tell me anything? I already know more than I want.
You're the first person I've met who complains about knowing more than ever.
It is not pleasant to know things you can do nothing. So what I need is someone who prefers...
All right.
An exchange. Something... I have this one problem none of my people can... You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian... I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned... I need someone to get among them. Find out...
Won't they be
Why? Their kind usually are not too bright. You just have to... Do not worry.
That sounds pretty...
A lot less dangerous than showing your face here.
All right. I'll do it.
Agreed. They usually meet at
the start of the day according to my calendar.
I see you're in the know.
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a...
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with if you get them to let you join them. Try and find and you'll have fulfilled.
And then you'll tell me...
That was my promise.
حلو أعطانا وعد. واضح إنهم مطولين. أوكي. لازم ننتظر الليل عشان يبدأ الاجتماع. واو. بدت الحفلة. بس ما في حد شو السالفة؟ ويه كمين.
Hey! Open up! Open up!
اي كان بيطلق علي.
What are you doing, Moishe? Foot's a caporra, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
هاي تعالوا هلموا إلي. اوكي.
You won't get me. Come on then.
Christ, my hand!
العب. واحد طاح.
Wait! Don't kill him! You're gonna beg for mercy? After this? We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them. Our people? What the hell are you talking about? We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you. No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. Not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now. I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool. Right. I'll go unarmed, if that'll convince you.
سيناريو غير متوقع.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out.
هذا سامويل.
Wenches or the neighbor's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go. Who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insists he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page.
الحمد لله عرفنا.
We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berkhoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God. I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berkhoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sacre. So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary, von Berkhoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Zizka of Trotsnoth?
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Talmberg. What was he doing there?
Turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better.
You're not holding back, I see. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side. And Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive?
Not any longer.
You? Well done.
To our enemies.
شقونا الشق كل شوي يشربون.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal
تكلم عن
weapon.
المدفعية.
Then what?
Well, things happened quickly. They took us captive, tortured us, and we escaped. On the way, I threw Istvan out of a window in von Bergov's castle. Me and Zizka. And Catherine, who literally saved our necks from the execution.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage. Because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry,
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Oh, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as that happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a... Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst...
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Kuttenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon.
ارجع هني الأساس.
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And...
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkov?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct.
حمس.
Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell 3 of us conquer a fortress, and 1 of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
But I wouldn't underestimate this Catherine. If she managed to save you all from the executioner, I'd like to meet her. You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, mate.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with...
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home.
Wow.
And he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who will help him to...
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me.
All right. I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, and be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
Hello. المتعة يا سادة، المتعة. يوه احنا في الانفاق. لازم اجي للقصر هذا. نحاول نقمع ذاك، خلونا نصير نشوف.
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years.
كفو.
You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malashov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
حبيت. واضح جنتل.
Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
والله عطاه تهديد جاي بسره.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
Oh.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master.
اسحب سيفك هنري. اسحب سيفك هنري يلا. القط. زين.
I'll rip your ass open. Yeah, smash his face in.
القط. قطع. هاي اللي بعده. وينه؟ حبيب.
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You all right, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's just a scratch.
Papa! My God! You're...
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
I should be the one apologising. Some of it is my handiwork.
It won't be your concern, though. I promise. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plymouth, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scalitz, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. I doubt his new master will lift a finger to do anything about. Tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either, especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
بابا خلوني اقتله.
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to... And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad, as long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Should I kill him?
Christ almighty!
I don't doubt you could pull it off, but it wouldn't help anything. Sigismund's people are like the Hydra. You chop off one head, and another grows back in its place. We'd just get another. No, killing won't solve anything. We have to do something else to get to him. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake eye if Sigismund were to find out. He'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
حلو. يعني أنا بكشف هالشيء.
But you need evidence to make such an accusation, right?
Exactly.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally, my friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the mint master's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the mint master himself, but because of Vavak,
he had to settle for the steward's office.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud.
All right.
حلو ممتاز
It's a deal.
صفقة حلوة.
I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horshan at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the path of silver. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you.
حلو ممتاز لازم نحصل على دليل. يو لازم اجي هنا كلم الحداد على السلامة.
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me about Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Suk. I haven't made much progress regarding the... I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere.
Have you found out anything at all?
Just rumors. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. If Sir Kunzlig trusts you, you...
Well, that's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners, or...
My father was a blacksmith.
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much about silver mining and process. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, we need to talk somewhere in private.
هذا في واحد يراقبه دائما عشان شي ما قادر ياخذ راحته ويعرف مكان السرقة أو المخبأ. دوري علينا نحن. شو رايكم بس؟
Start looking.
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and...
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how...
Won't they be suspicious if I ask those kind
Of course. You'll have to proceed with the up. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. Or... But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or perhaps a nobleman. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
I'll behave like a true nobleman.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my...
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
عندنا الأماكن هاي نروح نسأل. خلصنا والحين نجي نكلمه. رحنا وكلمنا اللي قال عنهم. عرفنا الأعداد.
I already know how many corves the crews extracted. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore.
What does it mean?
That this is fraud of colossal proportion, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, we need to make them tell us more. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll
اوكي الحين بنروح نهددهم عشان يتعاونون. انا واجهتهم ورجعت للحين بنكلمه ونشوف شو بيقول.
I talked to Fett and Herman.
And?
They did. I mean, I made them. It's just as we thought.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky, though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snoop, but he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without...
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said,
It won't be easy, nevertheless. I found a way you could gain his trust. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his operation.
I've already passed myself off as a nobleman here, so it won't be new to me.
But be careful. Baresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rab. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Baresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably. In short, be charismatic. As charismatic...
What should I...
Like I said, if you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you if you're charismatic enough. Baresh is sure to believe your intentions are good. And make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some
نخلص من هذا نروح نكلم هذاك. يلا وصلنا له، خلونا نكلمه. طبعا هذا اللبس.
Greetings, Master Baresh.
رجل غني.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm supposed to give you this letter with his testimonial.
Skellets, you say? That's where the royal mines are. Am I right?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased since King Sigismund's attack.
That truly is. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter. But I'm not selling any.
I know. I just want to see what it looks like in the smelting works.
Well, if Sir Christian wishes it, I won't deny you the opportunity. With this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. The guards will recognize my seal, but I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions. If you want to know anything, ask me.
Can you tell me what happened?
We weigh in the roast, then it's there.
How many corves?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by... We process a large amount here. Up to several thousand...
How much silver does...
That, of course, depends on the quality of the... 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of... We can make between 100 and... 200...
God be with you.
Don't forget, there are limits to my permission. And above all, mind you don't have an accident. Smelters are dangerous places. Farewell, my friend.
لو نروح نلقي نظرة الحين. أتوقع أنا شفت الدخان هذا إذا ما خاب لي الظن. بنعرف الحين مع بعض.
So this is how they crush ore in bulk. A quarf here, a quarf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange.
خلونا نكلمه نشوف.
Are you the fella they call Shima?
You have no business being here. What do you want?
I'm told you know something about the silver that keeps going missing from the smelt.
Me? I don't know what you were told. Meet me outside in a while. Now you better get out of here before... Fuck.
قال لي اطلع بي بقابلك بعد شوي برا قبل لا يشوفوك الحراس. تعال حبيبي تعال برا ابوك.
Well, can you talk now?
Who are you, fella?
I'm Henry.
Pleased to meet you. Surely you didn't come to investigate the theft of silver.
That's right.
Why should I talk to you about such things?
I've been tasked by the nobility, and that's a serious matter. I'm not just anybody. Just the fact that I'm relying on you, a simple smelter.
Well, sir, thank you. I'll tell you how it is. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, he bought stables here in Grund out of the blue. The entire stables. We'd think it's all very suspicious because he's the one with the best access to the finished silver bar. If you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go to him. But be careful and keep a weapon close. People like him can be vicious.
Thank you.
بنروح نقابل هذاك الحين. وينك يا فولكمار هادو.
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit.
I
know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his nose in everything.
I beg your pardon?
Well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around.
Oh.
We've had our eyes on you ever since you came to Grun. Fortunately, Master Baresh warned me about you in time. Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him down.
Oh, معركة. خلونا نجرب حظنا.
Have you gone insane? You want to attack a nobleman? I suppose you have no idea who's behind me. You won't avoid punishment.
You're really a nobleman? I
me! Where are you cowards running to? I'll get you. Hey!
أودع. تعال.
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver.
Not me. It's Buresh.
طيب
If
ريش.
I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear on...
Take it from the beginning.
As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. One day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He said if I accepted, he'd make me rich. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars. The books were cooked, so no one found out anything. Everything was going well. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make... In the end, I had to force him to cooperate.
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself?
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the king. Buresh had it all figured out.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
And which king did I steal from exactly? Wenceslas or Sigismund? I didn't care, man. I earned some nice chick.
Moving on, where does the unreported silver go?
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes. Buresh has a secret mint in one of them.
Give me the map.
If you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the entrance to the mint is... Look here. Can I ask you, why are you doing this?
اوكي حلو. خلصنا من هذا. لازم اجي هنا. وصلنا. لازم ما يشوفوني. اوه بعد بحث عميق حصلنا هنا. خلونا نستكشف المكان ونحصل على دلة دين بيبك. هلو ما في شيء. نهاية مسدودة. طيب هنا ما في شيء. عندنا يسار يمين في ضاء. خلونا نروح. اوه جالس ينتظرني.
I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing, but I underestimated you, an embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything, and even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
It turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with what to do with you now, snooper. We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground no one will hear you.
أعطيه على طول. مو قلت لي ترشيني أو تشتريني.
We'll see about that. He can't leave there alive. Finish him.
Jesus, I'm hit. Come on then.
I'll sort you out,
حشرت نفسي وايد.
You're no match for us.
You want to try me? Bad luck. Useless.
القم حبيبي. تعال تعال.
Have you had enough, Buresh?
Mercy.
ميرسي. الحين اطلب الرحمة.
Underground, no one will hear you scream.
No, please. I'll give you anything you want.
I want proof that Mint Master of Avak is involved in this whole scheme.
But I really don't know any.
Stop lying to my face. Out with the truth.
All right. The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's Mint Master, he got cocky and began to abuse his power. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone who wanted to keep his station had to pay him a hefty fee. But that still wasn't enough for him. So he came to me one day with the idea that some of the royal silver might not reach the king at all.
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands. Something that proves Vavak's involvement in the scheme.
And I can count on you to make sure my name is never meant. Will you give me your word?
اخذ فلوس.
How much will you pay me?
How much do you want? I really can't give you that much. You're skinning me here. But all right then. I hope you're happy and that I have nothing to fear from you. Here's the key to the chest. You'll find everything you need there. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table. You'd better not talk to the coiners. They're an odd bunch.
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have something. Don't tell me you and Vavak didn't exchange letters, for instance.
You must be the devil himself. Here it is. But I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I'll be on my way. I won't say it was nice to meet you, because that wouldn't be true. I hope we never see each other again.
هل اقتله؟
I'll be happy to make sure we don't.
My God, no! You swine!
اوكي. بعدين بيروح بيتكلم ناقصين نحن. واه عنده 1000 يخرب بيتك. اعطني رسالة واعطني المفتاح واعطني هذا. اوكي.
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing here? Get out of here. If the guards catch you, there'll be trouble.
You don't have to worry about the guards. I took care of them.
What about Master Buresh? He was here with them just a while.
Buresh is dead.
Christ almighty. My God. Why? How could you?
I came to get evidence against Mint Master of Vavak. Where can I find it?
There are some books in that chest over there, but it's locked. And only Master Buresh has the keys.
Leave that to me. I still need the genuine coin die from you.
Everything we do here is clean.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from?
We just pawns.
Nobody's saying any different. Like I said, I'm here to free. The guards are dead.
Hang on. That's...
It's just the books you're after, isn't it? Well, so take them and...
We won't tell nobody nothing. It's really safe.
I'm sure of it.
So... If he says the guards are...
Then we could...
I don't know.
Me neither.
Free!
Free!
حصلنا على الدليل.
I got the evidence.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records of the whole scheme.
There are names. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. This could wipe him out for good. Where did you find this?
I'd rather keep that to myself.
As you wish. Did you have any trouble getting it?
The owner of the smelting works, Buresh.
Henry! You killed Master Buresh. Don't you know how important he was?
He attacked me. And he wasn't alone. I was outnumbered. Was I supposed to let him kill me? Christian, with all due respect, I don't know how many battles you've been in, but that's just how it goes. You don't stand gaping, you just defend yourself.
I get it. I do. But this still shouldn't have happened. What's done is done. The important thing is we have the accounts in our hands proving Vavak was behind everything. I'd like to see his face when he hears about... In any case, we uncovered something big. If only you hadn't taken Master Buresh's life. He could have cooperated. We still know damn little about his involvement in this...
Maybe this could help. A letter from Lord Vavak to Master Buresh.
Where did you get this? This is... really the final piece of the whole story. This record here mentions a secret mint. Don't you have at least a rough idea where it might be?
I know where it is.
In that case, I don't understand why you kept it from me. It's clear from the records you must have found them right there.
I apologize.
Speak the truth, and quickly. Was anyone else...
There were some coiners being held...
Jesus Christ! Held prisoner!
Vavak locked them up there to work for him.
My God! He really is an
I did, but it took some persuading. They were afraid.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the... It's genuine! That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vavak. I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever... Those books in Rittard's hands, Vivart won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove you to many people. If you take my meaning.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint, only there would be a change. I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a...
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. It'll be much harder to replace Master Burash. I'll have to ask Ruthard and the other miners for advice, but I don't think it'll be a problem to find someone with similar abilities, and I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vivak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme. I've got a little something here for you, and I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod.
I can't promise you.
And why? If you don't mind my asking. The deal is mutually beneficial.
I'm not a cheat.
This is Kuttenberg, Henry. Either you're cheating or you're being cheated. Which part do you want to play?
I'm simply not...
Who do you think you're helping, eh? You think you're a hit?
My conscience.
You'll never get an offer like that again. But so be it. It's none of my business. Here's your books, and here are the copies of the books from the mines and the smith.
Thank you.
It should help the Ruthards. Or maybe not. I'm not sure it was all worth it. Now leave me alone.
هذا نفسية أصلا. أنا ما وافقت على عرضه. كان بيخلي كل شيء يستمر مثل ما هو بيرشيني فلوس. خير إن شاء الله. خلونا نصير نتكلم هذاك. أتوقع هو اللي بيحل الموضوع.
I expect you have some reason for being here. Can I help you?
السالفة.
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
I'm Henry. I've got pressing news for Lord Ruthard. Take me to him. He's...
Henry. Yes, yes. Sir Quinslin mentioned you. I'll let you in. Shimek will take you to the Lord. I hope you'll find the time to listen to what... You're not the first to come to him.
We're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right off the dead.
Damn it! There's always counting grosh and not left room for a grain of...
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholding to Sigismund.
Christ off! That's...
Divide et impera.
You are absolutely correct, especially when everyone can see your problems.
The devil take that bastard!
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt, but I have some new tidings about our Mint Master. I've heard about his crimes against the Crown, and it's no trivial...
Are you sure the accusation...
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you, lad. Finally, some good news.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day.
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you. He said you'd help me if I needed it.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his, but I'll help you if need be. Although not on account of that ring.
Sir Kunslin!
Shimek? What's going on?
Min Master Vavak is heading here with an army.
Right now?
Let him come. He'll be surprised what I've got on him.
Henry's right. If he helps us again like last time, we have nothing to fear.
I agree. Let Vavar come.
اللعب.
Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs.
Certainly, right away.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you. I hope your findings are worth 12 armed men.
100 at least, sir. You'll see.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly! And then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What? I'm going with you.
No. So go to your room. Take your precious crossbow. And if things turn out badly, shoot any of Vadark's whoresons who stick. If something were to happen to me, you're the next in line in our family.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty, hold your protective hand above.
لعب.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit, but you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed.
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning. From Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose not only—
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you could do as you please, just because you have That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words, sir.
لعب.
Only, considering what I—
How dare you?
هذا ينكر.
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster what is being said.
The word is you're in league with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett. Together, you've been falsifying the mining records. 1/10 of the silver ingots disappears from the records and ends up in your pockets. That's a capital crime. The king won't let you get away with that, whether Sigismund or Wenceslas.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the Royal Mintmaster, and with nothing but common slander?
بعد يقول
You
افتراء.
haven't learned much since the last time.
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been fully occupied collecting evidence. Isn't that so, Henry?
I've got your account ledgers here with me. The real ones, from Buresh, that prove how you carried out this entire fraud. They make quite interesting reading.
They certainly are interesting. Only you didn't understand them at all. I'm well aware of Buresh's fraud. I've been trying to catch him.
You won't wriggle out of this, Vavak. Better people than you have been executed for lesser crimes than yours.
Crimes? Not only did you foil my investigation into Buresh's crimes, but you want to blame me for— It's a pity Lord Buresh is no longer among the living, so he won't be able to—
He got what he deserved. What's regrettable is that Buresh wasn't the only greedy bastard that Hermes Trismegistos. If these books won't be enough, you can be sure we'll get some more witnesses to confirm everything.
So, do you want to chance your luck, or come to an agreement?
Captain!
Sir!
This matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say!
Let us step inside.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves, and I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
The executioner's far from here, so I'll be standing in for—
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mintmaster? Wait! We got off on the wrong foot!
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunsen. I understand you're angry, but he could come in useful.
That's true. Intelligent people can
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use...
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement. So let's see. We need to know what Sigismund's planning.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
والله جابوه بالعوب.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right. So don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too.
الله شغله جاسوس.
I've still got some affairs to deal with today. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mintmaster strode in like a lion. Oof. I can breathe a lot easier now we've got... At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place.
Good idea, sir.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
يعني وقت إنه هو
you can return
يساعدني.
the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into Malashov.
I did. And I'll keep that promise. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Bergov won't have an inkling.
He won't. It's well hidden. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time, until Rosa discovered it in the fort. She can best explain to you how to find. She should be in a room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door.
All right, I'll ask her.
Don't thank me yet. The worst of it is still ahead of you.
Nobody will be expecting me. The passageway is an advantage that works on my side. Besides, I've got my spy coat on, which makes me hard to spot. I can deal with any locks, and if I come across anyone, I'll take him out without a sound or a trace.
Well, it looks like you know what you're doing, and that you've done it before. I'll pray for your success. It would help us in more ways than you...
Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll head out right away. I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov if it's the last thing I do.
You've no lack of courage, son. But you shouldn't count on that alone. I'll at least look at the books you bought. I'm very curious about what there is on Vavak.
I wish you a pleasant read. There's more than enough on him in there.
وين هذه؟
Feeling you're looking for me.
Your father said...
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. Task for the lowest lackey. Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's exactly what he said.
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? So, this passage. It leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
A wayside shrine? How do you mean?
Are you a Christian? Never mind. It's a big white column. You can't miss. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... How can I describe it? A window. A gap you can look through.
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, it should direct you towards some ruins. Go there, and now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one, and again follow the direction it's pointing in. That should lead you to a small clearing, marked by a cross in the rocks. You dig there, and you should get to the passageway.
That's a really cunning solution. No random fool would ever find it.
That was exactly my intention when I thought it up. Thanks, Henry. I think you're no fool, so you shouldn't have any trouble. And that's not all. Getting into the castle is the easy part. Don't forget, you have to get out too.
You're right. Horses will be needed. For me and for Capon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Fortunately, I know how to arrange that. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and ask Hashtal for horses. No catch. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, and even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay him for the horses.
You got it well figured out. Thanks. Don't know how I'd manage without you.
You've done plenty to help, and now it's our turn. Papa said something like that. You know, you might not be aware of it, but you saved us from a mountain of trouble. Papa would never admit it, but alone, we wouldn't be able to resist the Mint Master. You've earned the right to the gratitude and friendship of our house.
Would you like to come with me? At least I'll be sure to find...
Would you seriously want me there? What if something were to go wrong?
You're right. It's enough that I'm risking my own neck. I'd hate to risk yours too.
Ah, what a truly chivalrous... And before you head off, I'd like to ask you for one... But you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone. Understand?
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be at
And what might that be?
A book. It has great value to me, and I was starting to worry it would stay, but if you're going there now...
And what book is this that's...
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Really? Mea culpa. You are full of surprise, so if you do find the book...
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you'd like to know why it's so important to me, you'll have to find it first.
Fear not, my lady. I'll gladly tear the entire fortress apart to find that book for you.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way you give yourself away immediately. And I'd find it nice and quietly.
Your wish is my...
It shouldn't be hard. The book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold. You won't find many like such. And take this, so you don't get lost in the fortress.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry...
كذا خلصنا منها وكلمناها، حصلنا على درب الممر السري اللي بنروح ننقذ فيه كابون. والله ان الحماد مليون. الى هنا تنتهي حلقتنا لهذا اليوم، ترقبونا ان شاء الله في الحلقه القادمه. اتمنى الحلقه هذه عجبتكم، لا تنسون من زر اللايك والاشتراك بالقناه. اللي عنده اي شيء يكتب لي في التعليقات، خبروني رايكم في الحلقه، ترقبوني واشوفكم على خير. السلام عليكم.